Hey guys, I'm Kripp. I stream, I do YouTube content, I like to push out ideas on Reddit, on Twitter, and all the crazy stuff that happens in the game is really what fascinates me, and I try to give that craziness back with the content that I make. I do a lot of casting, I do a lot of playing arena, most of the funsy modes, and yeah, I enjoy the fun in Hearthstone. The secret to being a good caster? Well, there's many different type of casters, and I think each different type, like there's many great casters as far as people see them at least, and I think I'm kind of like a hybrid funny, because I'm not really funny, just like a little bit by accident most of the time. And then there's the analytical caster, which I'm not exactly that either, so I'm the in-betweener. I'm kind of funny and kind of analytical, and maybe that fits a good enough spot, so people like me. Starting a career in esports. Well, you definitely need one very distinctive feature to stand out, because as it so happens, most people like playing video games and they do that a lot. So you're competing with everyone, basically. So you have to be amazingly funny, you have to have maybe good presentation communication skills, or maybe you can just be ridiculously good at the game, and then you don't need anything else, really. Sometimes people do pretty well creating very polished content, so if you're really not too good at anything, maybe consider going to school for like video editing and production, that kind of stuff, and maybe you can push your own content, and the quality of the content makes you stand out from everyone else. So the format is pretty amazing here in Archon's tournament. With players working together, I don't really know what kind of strategy they'll have with the decks because there's so many decks, but one thing that I think we can quite safely predict is the ability of the players to communicate ideas amongst each other. So some of the teams I think are a little bit at a disadvantage, like Forsen Boys, even though some of these guys, you know, they're an amazing player by themselves, their ability to communicate together is like a random factor, where we know in some teams, especially the ones that are complete, let's say, already have this attribute to them. So I expect them to have a more consistent team strategy than the, let's call them makeshift teams. So, I mean, that's not really an advantage you can, you know, balance out in this type of tournament, but I will be really happy to see some of the underdogs win. Well, I hope you little Kripp dudes that like watching the Kripp are gonna go check out Kripp Cast's tournament, because it should be pretty cool. It's a cool format, and I really like the tournaments that have the cool format plus the competitive aspect. And with a lot of money on the line, the competitive aspect is really going to maybe, you know, crush the fun aspect. But we'll see. We'll see. I like the wild stuff, and this is the wild stuff. So hope it's going to be a good show, and you guys enjoy watching me cast it. Tune in to the Archon Team League Championships.